Hello guys, this video is about the well-known adventurer Duncan Chessell. Information will be in the description box below, and a lot of it is from myself. So let's get the most important part of the video, actually learning about him. So, Duncan Chessell was born on the 13th of November 1970 in Adelaide, South Australia. He grew up in Adelaide as well. He didn't move anywhere in his childhood. He went to PAC, or Prince Alfred's College, and the University of Adelaide. When he went to Adelaide Uni, he studied geography. Also, he's doing a degree in ore deposit geography at the University of Adelaide currently. For 10 years after Adelaide Uni, he lived in Brisbane and Canberra, as well as he lived on and off in Nepal and New Zealand. He did this because of the climbing seasons. I also found out why he wanted to be an adventurer. What I'm about to say is in these exact words. A love for bushwalking and always enjoying pushing myself physically and mentally to the limit. Some achievements that he has done. Duncan Chessell has had a lot of achievements over his life, but these are the ones that are most important to him. He qualified as a New Zealand mountain guide, which is very hard to earn for anyone, as well as guided all 7 summits. He done the sea to summit of Mount Everest, as well as made a new route of sea to summit on Mount Venus, which is the highest peak in Antarctica. The next part is in detail what happened on one of his expeditions. In 1995, it was his first expedition to Mount Makalu in the Himalayas. It was the days before the internet, weather reports and satellite phones. They trekked 14 days to the base camp, where they had posters carrying food, fuel, equipment for the 7 climbers in the team. The expedition was led by David Hume from Sydney, and the aim was to make the first Australian ascent of Mount Macloun, the 5th highest peak in the world, which is a massive to say the least. David would die a few weeks later on the return from the summit, falling off a 400-meter cliff to never be seen again. They had male runners who would take letters from BC and run 3 days back to the airport. Letters would be flown to Kathmandu and be posted to Australia. They would receive letters the same way, usually about 2 weeks after they were sent from Australia. It was a difficult time and a difficult expedition. They had no oxygen and no chaperone either, but we got 2 members to the summit. David died and my friend Mark made it back. However, Mark will die a few years later in 2001 on Mount Everest. I'll say a bit more about that later. Makalu was a big challenge and a huge learning curve, and while he did not reach the summit, he learnt a lot, and he did not die either. Like I said before, his friend Mark died, so I'll talk a bit more about that. One of his hardest expeditions was in 2001 while climbing up Mount Everest. His friend died up on Mount Everest, and he had to bury him at 800 meters on the north-facing side of Mount Everest. It was a hard expedition for him because he lost a friend and a climbing mate of his. Duncan Chessell once said, "It is important to learn from your mistakes and from errors of those around you. Do use those experiences to make you better decisions in the future." Thanks for watching.